It's week 4 of the NFL, and our spotlight is on Michael Pittman. He's coming off a week where he stuffed the stat sheet in both yards and touchdowns. It's the Colts and the Rams, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one,
get things started. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
and he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact,
the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of first. send the tight end in motion. Back to Taylor on first down. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Third. Right there, right. Check. Panther.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So follow. Moody back out to send it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity. Treat it.
There he goes, left side. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
19 right, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Red Lion, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Here we go. Happy Lion.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the one. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Check smash, check smash. Ready.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
And it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. McKenzie now to return it. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Caught by Jones. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Back ball 80. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Bring it. Hey, Check that. Check that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Indy. 53 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. Stafford going to change it up here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Short throw. It's Higbee. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Stafford. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Back to throw. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incomplete completion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Ready, set.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Check.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Taken in at the 22. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Finding room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. On 1st down, Stafford here. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Ready. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
Throwing again is Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stafford. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Akers looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to run with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check smash, 60 Maverick, 6 hustle, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60, 7 Pirates, alert.
They'll drop to throw, try to lay one up deep. It got his man, complete. He's on his way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. To return is McKenzie. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Darnell Washington. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts will extend their lead in a fight. Stafford. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. Kenny Pickett with a couple of touchdown tosses. From there, we'll head to Buffalo to check on what's happening with the Bills at Highmark Stadium. And that one's gone to the half with them leading the visiting Miami Dolphins. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half, and to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. Quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a...
we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Hey, smash Bronco. Ready?
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. 48 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Pass to 60. Check. Hurt. Set up.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 17-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in that zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on first down. He'll get this one to Pittman. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie. 2 catches, 2.
Got it. Ready? Go, champ. Go, champ. Hustle. Hustle.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. In motion is McKenzie. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And the Colts.
Cowboy 80.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman. 6.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7.
Check, Panther. Go.
Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
I'm shaking my head and chuckling a little bit now, although it's not funny for anyone trying to block Aaron Donald. But you know, all week long, they say to themselves, don't give up any sacks. And they just gave up one there. They double team him, they triple team him, they try and isolate and make sure that Aaron Donald can't get to their quarterback, and he always seems to find a way. He's not just a physical presence, he plays the game with a great football IQ.
And I tell you what, he batted from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through. Next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Off play action, it's Minshew rolling to his right. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 4th down, Minshew. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 91 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Colts, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.